Hello, everyone. So, today I'm going to talk about nutrition during infancy. I'm sorry, hold on. Today I'm going to talk about nutrition during infancy, which is the stage from birth to about 2 years old. This is one of the most important periods in human development because everything from physical growth to brain development depends heavily on proper nutrition during this time. I will be explaining the different types of infant feeding, key, nutri- key nutrients, and why early nutrition has long-term effects on health. And this is for my nutritional class as well. What is infant nutrition? Infant nutrition refers to how babies are fed and nourished from birth through age 2. This stage is extremely important because infants grow faster during this time than at any other point in life. Their brains, bodies, and immune systems are developing at a rapid rate. Good nutrition helps support healthy brain development, physical growth, and the ability to fight off illnesses. On the other hand, poor nutrition during this stage can have long-lasting effects, including developmental delays and health problems later in life. This is why healthcare professionals emphasize strong nutrition habits early on. Slide 3, this is breastfeeding as the gold standard. Breastfeeding is considered the best source of nutrition for most infants. It is recommended exclusively for about the first 6 months of life. Breast milk is unique because it is naturally from the mother and it contains the perfect balance of nutrients that a baby needs. It also provides antibodies from the mother, which can help protect the baby from infections and illnesses. For example, breastfed babies often have a lower rate of ear infections, respiratory illnesses, and stomach issues. Another important benefit is that breast milk is easy for infants to digest, which support healthy growth and comfort during feeding. Even after solid foods are introduced, breastfeeding can continue to provide nutritional and emotional benefits. Slide 4, this is about formula feeding. In some situations, breastfeeding may not be possible or preferred, so infant formula is a safe and a healthy alternative. Formula is designed to closely match the nutrients found in breast milk. It contains important nutrients like iron, protein, vitamins, and fat that support growth and brain development. However, it is important that formula is prepared correctly to ensure safety and proper nutrition. Formula feeding also allows caregivers to track how much the baby is eating, which can be helpful in some cases. While it does not provide antibodies like breast milk, it still supports healthy infant development when used properly. On slide 5, this is introduction of solid foods. Around 6 months of age, infants begin transitioning to solid foods while still continuing breast milk or formula. This stage is important because babies begin to need more nutrients than milk alone can provide. Solid foods usually start with pureed fruits, vegetables, and iron fortified cereals. As the baby develops, they gradually move to soft proteins like eggs, beans, and finally chopped meats. This stage also helps babies develop chewing skills and learning how to handle different textures as well. It is important to introduce a variety of foods early so that children develop healthy eating habits later on in life. On slide 6, this is the key nutrients for the infants. There are several key nutrients that are especially important during infancy. Protein is needed for growth and muscle development. Iron is extremely important for brain development and preventing anemia. Calcium and vitamin D help build strong bones and teeth. Healthy fats are also essential because they support brain and nervous system development. Breast milk or formula usually provides most of these nutrients during early infancy, but as solids are introduced, a more balanced variety of foods become important. On slide 7, this is about benefits of proper infant nutrition. Proper nutrition during infancy has many important benefits. First, it supports healthy weight gain and overall physical growth. Babies need consistent nutrients to develop properly. It also strengthens the immune system, helping the babies fight off the illnesses more effectively. In addition, good nutrition supports brain development, which impacts learning and memory later on in life. Research shows that infants who receive proper nutrition are more likely to have better health outcomes as adults, including lowering risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and any other health-related problems. On slide 8, this is about the risk of poor nutrition in infancy. When infants do not receive the proper nutrition, it can lead to serious consequences. Malnutrition can cause stunted growth, meaning the child may not reach their expected height or weight. It can also lead to delayed brain development, which may affect learning and cognitive abilities later in life. A weakened immune system is another risk, making babies more vulnerable to illnesses. Unfortunately, the effect of poor nutrition during infancy can sometimes last into adulthood, which shows how important this stage really is. On slide 9, this is the role of the caregiver. Caregivers play a very important role in infant nutrition. They are responsible for making sure the baby is fed regularly and appropriately. This includes recognizing hunger and fullness cues, preparing safe and nutritious food, and creating a positive feeding environment. For example, responding when a baby is hungry instead of force feeding helps build trust and healthy eating patterns. This type of responsive feeding supports both emotional development and healthy nutrition habits later in life. So, in conclusion, nutrition during infancy is one of the most critical parts of human development. Whether through breastfeeding, formula, or the introduction of solid foods, proper nutrition supports growth, brain development, and long-term health. The habits and nutrition infants receive during this stage can influence their health for the rest of their lives. That is why early feeding practices are important. And this is my reference page from where I got most of my information from. If you like, you can go check it out. I think this will be good for a parent or someone who is in a nutritional class. They can come check this out, and I think this would be a great PowerPoint for them. Thank you.